It's really hard to have a good day when you wake up tired. You don't pour your energy into your own creation. You amuse yourself with social media. You don't move your body. You eat shit food. You don't talk to your friends and family. And you scroll at midnight. More people need to realize your life is your routine, not the gaps in between. If you think your life sucks, ask yourself, why does my routine suck? If you want to unfuck your life, ask yourself, how can I unfuck my routines? 2 more questions to ask yourself. What are you doing that makes your life worse? And what are you doing that makes your life better? Routines are everything. And this video is a reminder to myself to be better in my own routines. Because the goal, as I keep saying, is to actually build the life that you want to live. So we really need to understand this. Your routines is where your life occurs. Most of what you do are habits you have done hundreds, if not thousands of times before. Thread these habits together and you have a routine. Routines create structure in our lives. They drive off uncertainty. They provide direction for your actions. They reduce the cognitive load of making decisions. Thinking is hard, that's why most don't, as they say. And there lies the danger. Routines are mostly unconscious. When I was scripting this video, I had a pretty crazy idea. You might be primed for a bad habit even hours before it happens, simply because that's the routine that you're in. It might be a routine that stretches over the course of an entire day or maybe even an entire week. And we'll talk about that soon. When we think about routines, we think about morning, days, and nights. True, but routines are not limited to the times of day. Routines are nestled within emotional states, habits you did earlier in the day or the night before. Your brain has made so many connections between thoughts, feelings, habits, and routines you may not even be aware of. There is a depth to your consciousness you will never fully understand. I really did notice this for myself. If I work on these videos late at night, then I inevitably get little sleep. But I make sure that I get up early enough in the morning to do some writing for these ideas. Then I accumulate some agitation throughout the course of the day at work, and by the time that I get home, I am primed to scroll on my phone just to relax a little bit. 30 minutes later, I transition to the next thing that I need to do, where it is meal prep, gym, dinner, or YouTube work. Time gets away, I work late, and then repeat. And if I can't be bothered using my mind, there is always something to escape into. Friday rolls around and the tension I built up through the week gets released. I relax late. I sleep in a little bit later than I should on Saturday. I'm already behind schedule because the first work block of the day gets blown out. The gym routine starts late, and by the time that concludes, it's already mid-afternoon. I haven't eaten my first meal yet. The post-gym routine commences late. The second work block bleeds into the evening and into the night. I rest late, way too late, and I won't even bother describing Sunday. I've done this so many times. It's like a natural state that I find myself falling into if I'm not really intentionally trying to work against it. It's a routine that plays out over the course of a day and a week. Where's the start or the end point? I don't know. Was it the late night working or getting irritated at work or allowing poor energy and time management? Who knows? Shit's complicated. You're in a routine right now. It might be the routine that stretches across the activity, the time of day, the entire day, or even the week. Are there routines that stretch out over the course of a month? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there were, and we probably need a super AI to figure it out because it's complicated. You're blank because you're trapped in a routine where the outcome is being blank. Replace blank with anything: tired, undisciplined, lazy, productive, happy, satisfied. It works both ways. I think this is why we feel like we're stuck in a cycle, because we literally are in a cycle. And it's your routine that you often default to. The goal with my routines is to be as intentional as I possibly can. But that does not necessarily mean I need to be highly structured. It means being conscious and aware of what I'm doing and why, because I want to be in control of me. Routines always start to serve a purpose. My morning routine of snooze, cold shower, brush teeth, get changed, write was intentionally made to get me to write these ideas. Oddly enough, my morning routine isn't attached to any particular time, but instead it's the order which I glide through things in the morning. And that's because I don't have a really consistent going to bed time or a wake up time. Some things are a work in progress. So we need to talk about how we can design intentional routines that are conducive to the goals that we have and allow us to be as consistent as we possibly can in the things that we want to do. I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. They try to create routines for the sake of having a routine. But instead, we should create routines for the projects that we are working on, because routines stick when they're attached to a project you truly do care about. Build routines to serve projects you want to build. And if you really want them to stick, make sure they're aligned to the intrinsic motivators. Pause here if you need a reminder. If you're unsure about what projects to work on in your own life, then here's a pretty good framework for you. You need 4 projects in your life. And I'll give you an example of the projects that I am working on right now. 1, a project for your mind, learning about myself and the world. 2, a project for your body, getting stronger in the gym. 3, a project for your relationships, improving my dating life. 4, a project for your business, money, or purpose, like growing an audience on YouTube. So what you're looking at here is what I do with my life. 90% of everything I do is captured in this one matrix. NR stands for not routinized, if that is a word, because trying to fit everything into the same schedule is really difficult. You can't do everything at once. But you can see how you can structure out your days using the matrix. Very quickly, you'll have routines for your projects, including the activities you want to do and the time of day that you want to do them. For the gym, you'll form routines for before, during, and after. Routines for nutrition and routines for recovery. Use the matrix to build out your days and weeks. Do a hard reset on your routines. And now is the hard part. I'm doing a lot of things right with my routine matrix, and being consistent over the course of the week isn't really too much of a problem for me. But I do have a big problem, constraining the when. My time management is poor. Starting on time needs work. Finishing on time needs even more work. Bad time management leads to bad energy management. Bad energy management leads to vulnerability to distractions. Noticing the pitfalls where you commonly fall short of your own standards is trial and error. Experiment. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And some words of advice for common pitfalls is this. Consistency. Select activities in accordance with your intrinsic motivators. You have a stack of whys behind you. A good diet is relatively easy for me because my business, mind, and body projects relies on it so much. Never miss 2 days in a row is a good rule to have. Focus on enjoyment. How you feel doing the thing is more important than the thing itself. If losing weight is your project, then enjoying your meals is essential. No one is going to give you a medal for eating bland chicken and rice. Create novelty in your week. Your mind craves new and interesting things. If you don't give it to yourself in constructive ways, your mind will seek it out in destructive ways. Don't try to do too much at once. Decide what you're going to suck at in advance. For the next 3 months, focus on 1 to 2 projects. Do your best to keep the others at maintenance. And that's all, my friends. I really need to be better with my own routines, and I hope this video has been somewhat useful to you. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you. Watch my recent video if you want about how the internet is destroying your life in ways that you don't even realize. That's a pretty interesting video. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.